Hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star A Reader. Today I am doing a Friday Reads. These are some of the books I have been reading and would like to get to this Friday and into the next week. So let's get going. The first book I have to show you, it is this ebook that I have, I'm Afraid of Men by Vivek Shraya. So this is a book that I'm meaning to get around to. I actually started the book a long time ago, and finally I've decided to start reading my ebooks again. And so I was able to get to the end of this book, and it's under 100 pages. It's a memoir that the author wrote and was published in 2018, and it looks at different aspects of her life growing up and gradually accepting her being trans. And so this is a book looking at different aspects of misogyny the author experienced, as well as the different forms of masculinity that men are expected to show outwardly to convey that they are men. And so this is a book about the author examining how the misogyny affects her life. And also, it's a jumping point for me for this author, as this is my first work that I've read by this author. And I look forward to reading the next book that I have. It's a novel called The Subtweet. And so, next, I have another book that is an ebook, but I also have borrowed it from the library. This book is Lost and Wanted by Nell Freudenberger. So this is a book that looks at the life of a physicist at MIT. This is about her and her trying to figure out the mysterious death of her roommate back when they were undergraduates. And so while the narrator of this book is a physicist, her roommate was a literature student, and so it shows how they contrast, and as well as dealing with different aspects of academic life and the friendships that are formed in Ivy League school. This is also a book that is attempting to convey different ideas in physics to the average reader, and to use that language that may be familiar to some from high school physics, but expanding on those ideas in a way that may be over the head for a lot of readers, but could be a jumping on point in looking further at these ideas in physics. So, Lost and Wanted by Nell Freudenberger. Next, I have a book that I've been reading this past week, and I've been finding it to be a timely read for me. And so this is a book called In Search of a Better World by Paya Akhavan. And so this is the lecture that the author gave in 2017 as part of the CBC Massey Lecture Series. And so I described this book last time as someone who, the author as an activist who works with Amnesty International. In fact, he is a scholar and professor at McGill University, and was formerly a UN prosecutor at the one of the early stages of the International Criminal Court. And so I've been finding this to be an interesting look. It is a lot of history of the ICC packed into this short volume, and so it is impactful as it meant to focus the reader on the conflicts that have taken place that have required the intervention of the foreign intervention. So yeah, so this is a book called In Search of a Better World by Payam Akhavan. So yeah, there are the difficulties and the challenges of having a body that and that countries do not have control of, having to have a say on the laws of countries where even when there are clear human rights cases to be looked at and dealt with. So, yeah, In Search of a Better World by Payam Akavan. So next, switching up in tone and subject matter. This is a book that I've have started already, and I also have as an ebook form for whenever I find it more convenient to read it in that form. And so this book is IQ by Joe Ide. And so this is a book that is a mystery that is set in Los Angeles, and it follows Quintabe Ide, who is let's see, is a high school dropout who's taken it upon himself to solve a few crimes that are happening in his neighborhood. And so IQ Ide is a book that I've started, and I've reached the just a little past the 50-page mark, and so I look forward to finally getting around to getting to the end of this book in a fairly short order, hopefully. And now that is summer, maybe these quick mysteries will be the thing to read for the summer. So IQ by Joe Ide. Next, I have another book that I learned just by interacting with some of the other readers taking part in the Asian Readathon. And so this book is My Nemesis by Charmaine Craig. And so this is a book by an author that I've read before, and her previous book is Miss Burma. Yeah. And so this is a book about the author and the person she considers her nemesis, someone who is opposite from her, is a person of Chinese descent who has decided to raise or adopt a Burmese child. And so the author herself is skeptical about this person she knows, because the mother who is adopting the child, she is maybe too feminine for the protagonist's point of view. And so this is a book that is probably a good fit for my reading after I have read I'm Afraid of Men, looking at femininity and different aspects of what it means to be female. And so, yeah, this is also a short novel, and I should be able to get through it fairly quickly. So, My Nemesis by Charmaine Craig. Next, I have another library book to show you, and this one is A River of Stars by Vanessa Hua. So yeah, this is a book about I'm not too clear about the premise of this book. I just know this is the debut novel of this author, and I have the follow-up book, which is called Forbidden City, which is a look at one of the young women who have become a dance partner to Chairman Mao. And so yeah, so this previous novel, it is also looking at let's see, here it says, holed up with other mothers-to-be in a secret maternity home in Los Angeles, Scarlett Chen is far from her native China, where she works in a factory and fell in love with the owner, Boss Yang. Now she's carrying his baby. Already married with 3 daughters, Boss Yang is overjoyed because the doctors have confirmed that he will finally have the son he has always wanted. To ensure that his child has every advantage, Boss Yang has shipped Scarlett off to give birth in American soil. U.S. citizens will open doors for their little princess. As Scarlett awaits the baby's arrival, she chokes down bitter medicinal stews and spars with her imperious housemates. The only one who fits in even less is Daisy, a spirited teenager and fellow unwed mother who's being kept apart from an American boyfriend. So yeah, it's a complicated story, and it looks like it's not too long, but it should be an impactful story to read. And so I look forward to finally getting to this debut novel before going on to reading the next novel that she has released. And one more book in this video. I have this one, which I have shown in the past, and I've made different attempts to read. And so this time I'll try to be more focused in my reading. But anyways, here it is a book about arrivals to Salmel Lane in I forget where it takes place, but this book is about a family moving into a neighborhood in a western country and them having to deal with the impacts of the civil war in Sri Lanka and what it means to them when there is distance apart. Distance and time apart. And so, yeah, that's all I remember from what I've read in the past on this online. And so I hope to finally get around to reading this book. So it is On Salmel Lane by Rue Freeman. Okay, this is the last video that I'm making for the Asian Readathon, with a few books there that I hope to get around to reading. If not, at least there are more selections that viewers can browse through if they're interested in more books to read, whether it is Asian Readathon or any other occasion that is good for reading. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!